There we go. Sorry. Alright. It's been a while since I streamed Final Fantasy 14. And we're going to do some stuff today. We're going to go ahead and get this seasonal event done. The Final Fantasy 11 Crossing. Man. Oh, they put a little Shantoto up in the corner. They didn't do that before. Excuse me, miss, do you have a moment? I'm Rimumu with the Harbor Herald, and judging by your dress, you're one of those well-traveled adventurers I've heard about. No doubt one of those worldlies yourself has heard the rumors of an unusual warrior maiden from the Far East. Danger constantly follows in her footsteps, and Far Easterners who have spoke with claim her dress and fighting style are nothing they've ever seen. Do you know what happened the last time a strange warrior from unknown lands came to Eorzea? That upstart Pitcher Winsome practically stole the parchment from a desk to write a story. Our readership soon doubled, and he's been regarded as the Harbor Herald's finest reporter ever since. That should have been my story, and I'll be damned if he beats me to this one. But if following her is as dangerous as it sounds, I'll need an adventurer like you to keep me safe. If you're interested, meet me down at Costa del Sol. That's where she was last spotted, and that's where I plan to start. Oh yeah. Little Final Fantasy 11. Little Final Fantasy 11 splash screen. Or title screen artwork. Logo, I don't really know what to put it as. Alright, now I'm going to have to switch to a combat class, so we're going to go ahead and get on our Dragoon. Alright, Rimumu, what you got? Rimumu. Alright, here at last. I was beginning to think you wouldn't come. She was just here a few bells ago, or so I was told. Look over there. Could it be? Begging your pardons. Please don't think me strange for asking, but can you tell me if we're close to Selbina? Or perhaps Mara? I fear I'm hopelessly lost. Selbina? Mara? Sorry, dear, but you're on the eastern shore of Vilbrand. Eastern Lenosia, to be precise. I take it you're the far eastern traveler that's been the talk of the taverns as of late? You've got quite the warpath through Eorzea, from what I've heard. Yes, I hail with the Far East, but Vilbrand, Lenosia? I cannot recall such names. Truth be told, I cannot recall much of anything since awakening in these strange surroundings. But Birgit's beard, did you mean you've lost your memory? I remember my name is Zoria. Probably mispronounced that pretty bad. I'm training in the way of the glaive, though I feel I'm a novice. Before awakening here, I was on a mission to forgive me. It's hard to make sense of what little I can recall. The only clear thoughts from my mind of master and a powerful technique I labor to perfect. A Matsu Kiyoi. Certainly it is essential for completing my mission. Interesting you remember your training above all else. Perhaps that's the key. If you continue to practice your master's teaching, it stands to reason other related memories might come back to you. Following my mission by first recalling my master's teachings. Yes, that does seem plausible. I do not doubt many of the techniques I've learned have a specific purpose. It would be a matter of focusing on this particular one. This is the scoop I've been looking for. A Far Eastern warrior on a special mission? What if we're in danger? This isn't some fairy tale like picture story. People need to know. But she's no good to us if she can't remember anything. Help her so we can get to the bottom of this. Here, take this map before you go. Training won't do you any good if you get lost now, will it? Your kindness is greatly appreciated. Thank you. The journey alone in the strange land would be a trial all its own, I'm sure. Might we explore the shore south of here? I recall mentioned that the beach was an excellent place for training. Something about the aquatic wildlife was being suitable for sparring. If the creatures here are similar, I would very much to try my hand against them. I trust you'll ensure she has every opportunity to do so. Now don't let me keep you. The sooner she remembers her mission, the better. And when she's had her fill of combating critters along the coast, perhaps you should rest in Limsa where it's safer. Bulwark Hall should do nicely. It's the first place you'll see after coming through the gates. It's nice being able to do this one again. Because this was like... I think this event ran the first time I did. Oh crap, it's just starting. It's just... like, I love the fact that... love the fact that they actually play like the Final Fantasy XI battle music for this fate too. This was just like a fate that they ran around when I first started Final Fantasy XIV. And this is just bringing back memories for me. Strange stone. Oh, okay. Now let's head to Limsa. Ba, ba, la, ba, la, ba, la, ba, ba. Training at the beach was invigorating. It's been too long since I enjoyed to explore. Fighting alongside one so well versed in the arts of war. I'd like to think I improved my form by following your example. At first I doubted crabs would be suitable for practice, but I was quite wrong. Testing my strength against their hardened shells, swing after swing, over and over again. I could easily spend days or even weeks at a time battling them. If only I could remember who suggested this training regimen. There you go, have a shard. Oh my, what a peculiar stone. I sense something within it. Something familiar. Something dark. A grueling battle in the cold against evil made manifest. A lord of shadows, long dead yet somehow resurrected. The fate of the realm hanging in the balance. I remember. And yet, I'm not convinced these visions relate to my mission. Why would Master entrust me with the means to slay such a foe? The answers must lie within my memories. They have to. All the more reason I must hurry to complete my training and perfect Amatsu Kiori. While waiting for your arrival, I asked a couple of travelers from Gridania, I think, where I might find creatures of more dark and unusual nature. He told me of a place called Hawk Manor, a cursed estate whose grounds host various sort of hellish monsters. These creatures sound like promising opponents, full of the fury and the cunning I would expect in a true battle. Now then, let us be off. When we are finished, we can meet in the nearby town. This has literally been kind of a, like, it's a weird deja vu, but it's kind of nostalgic from the first time I did this. It's kind of funny how much I don't remember about the event. I'm very happy they brought it back, though, because that means it's like... My main has had the headband and stuff from whatnot since the original event. I was like, I want to get that on my alts. I just never knew if they were going to run it again or not. Well, I got a couple alts that are definitely in the need of it. I kind of wonder if I can actually redo it on my main. Might be something I'll check. I'll check after we get it done for... when we get it done for the... after we get it done for Claire. Let's go ahead and summon my chocobo. And now we wait for the fate. Dun, 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 dun. Hey there, final newbie. How you doing? Yeah, not bad. Just enjoying the day, pretty much. They're kind of doing a Final Fantasy 11 style event in Final Fantasy 14 right now. Essentially, it's just one of the characters from that game. We can get some of their outfit. Yeah, there they come. Well, trying to get the... Well, already got the Susanoo mount. Which is one of the main things I was after. On my main, anyway. But I'm mostly trying to save up and actually use it on the... Use it on the MGP Platinum cards. Oh crap. They took out my chocobo. Well. I just got wrecked. I don't think you have to have any special thing to actually unlock it. But, you do have to, in order for it to count towards your, towards the event, you have to have the event for the quest. I'll return and then try to get back over as fast as possible. You head back to Bent Branch. We are going to try that again. Okay, there we go. Sweet. Yeah, that's definitely one of the rarer events they do run. They haven't run this in about like 4 years, give or take. Oh, you found yet another strange stone. Yes, it radiates a warmth of the much like the last, but the color is... Wait, do you hear that? No problem. A long and arduous journey together with a young girl. This vision is not what I expected. We fought many battles together and we were not alone. No, I dare say our comrades are well beyond counting. But what business would I, a lowly student, have undertaken such missions? I cannot make sense of it. Still, I must thank you for this. Before meeting you, I was hopelessly lost, smothered by a fog of fear and uncertainty. But now I have your light to guide me. You have brought me another step closer to completing my training and unlocking the memories still dormant within me. After speaking with a few of the patrons here before you arrived, I believe I found the perfect place to continue honing my skills. The Sagoli Desert. If what I was told was true, the creature of unspeakable terror roams the sands. They say its strength is impossible to gauge, and no one lives to tell of his great might. But together, I believe we can lay the beast low. When we have finished, we can take the hard road to rest in Ul'dah. Yeah, this is definitely one of the ones I probably would have streamed when I first did it, but I wasn't streaming back then. Because the other event they're bringing back a little bit later on, I think a little bit after 5.3 is what they said, was that they're actually bringing back the Yao Kai event from about the same length that this one was. About 4 or 5 years ago. I'll definitely be holding streams for that one to get people, if anybody wants to join in with that. I'm going to try to host some streams to get people in there. We can all grind out the fates or whatever it's going to be requiring in this time in order to get all the medals. So, let's see, where's it going? Forgotten Springs, I think. What mode do I have Athi in? Oh. Definitely put you in that state. Meanwhile, out in the middle of the desert. Ah! Alrighty. Alright, not paralysis. I forgot how tough these fates were. These fates are actually hard. I can't paralyze me anymore. Ah, crap, I'm gonna get hit by that. Ouch. Now, what I want is her lance. Her lance is pretty sweet. Oh yeah, this should speed up quite a bit. You finally got the aggro off me. Oops. And now we go back to old Do, 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 do. Ah, that's the Hildebrand quest. Which I still need to finish for her. There are no words to express my gratitude for your assistance. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine confronting the legendary circuit. Not for you, I would be but one of the countless victims who succumbed to its poisonous sting. Yeah, we got a shard for you. Another stone. Yes, it comes to me now. A mortal struggle. Forbidden magics uttered in a final bid for salvation. It makes sense now. The pitched battles, the arduous journeys, the fellowship of adventurers. It was not the life of, not my life that I recalled, but rather the tales of the great hero I mistook as myself. I suspected such feats were too extraordinary to be my own, and the memories held within the stone have removed all doubt. They were a journey into the past. One that revealed a horrible truth I dare not repeat aloud. And I remember my home, Vanadil. It's not some territory or continent, but an entirely different world. My true memories return to me now, and it's all thanks to you. More importantly, I believe I now understand how to wield Amatsu Kyori. It should not be long before my path home is clear to me as well. But first, I must see my training to its completion. And the game decided to crash. Ha 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 ha. Funny story. Okay, well, time to pull it back up. You gotta love it when it crashes. Alrighty. Okay, let's chat with you again. Now that the game has decided to actually function. We can skip this cutscene, we've already watched it. Alright, there it is. While waiting here, I heard unsettling stories of a foul beast terrorizing Bronze Lake. It's the perfect opportunity to put into practice everything I've learned. Today is the day I wield the power of Matsukori. After this last endeavor, let us meet in Limsa Lamensa. Okay. Well, it's actually here. Ba-ba-ba. Alright. Now we'll go back out to Limsa. At last, the power of Matsukori is mine to command, and my memories are slowly but surely returning. None of this would have been possible if not for your unwavering guidance. To think I could have forgotten a mission so vital. My resolve was unyielding. My mind focused on the task before me. In the end, I fear I may have jeopardized all I hold dear. As I told you earlier, my home is, or rather was, a world known as Vanadil. Try as we might, its destruction could not be forestalled. But fate saw it fit to give me one last chance. I was allowed to travel back in time to escape a past before darkness had consumed all. Together with the heroes of the past, I knew that tragedy could be averted, just as it's been so many times before. Master was the greatest of them all, a hero without equal whose grand adventures I mistook as my own memories. I can't help but I'm forgetting something else important. Something that happened to Master. I suppose in time it'll come to me. But before I leave, might we go speak with Ramumu? If not for her insistence, I would have been bereft of your assistance. It would be rude not to extend my thanks to her as well. It's daytime now. Alright, so I guess we'll just... To the drowning wench. Oh, I told you the good news. Her memory is, for the most part, restored. Perhaps more importantly, her training is complete. If you hadn't come along with me to Costa del Sol, I dare say she'd still be swinging at crabs along the beach. Now I have you here, and I'd very like to talk about my story. What were you doing here? What were you doing before we arrived? How exactly did you come to be here in Eorzea? And you say you went back in time trying to save your world? Yes, you had the right of it. No life was spared by the darkness. None same for mine, that is. Fate intervened, and I was sent back to the past, at a time where I could find heroes capable of saving Vanadil. This is how I was reunited with Master, although at a much earlier time than I anticipated. The last thing I remember is a fierce battle in a strange light. When the next I awoke, I was here, to be torn away from Master when I was needed most. My heart feels like it may burst. How awful. You were close then? Master was like family to me, an exceptional warrior besides. I've spent my entire life striving to become such a hero and to live up to the legends I so fondly remember. It all began with a stone, or so the story goes. In ages past, a sentient jewel, enormous and beautiful, banished the darkness. Its light filled the world with life and brought forth mighty gods. The world entered an age of bliss, that is, until the gods fell into slumber. That world is my home, Vanadil. It was home to three great names: the King of Sandoria, the Republic of Bastok, and the Federation of Windhurst. Powerful as they were, though, in times of strife, they would turn into a single hero: my master. Be a demon of rage seeking vengeance, or a spiteful god our destruction, Master was always there to pull us back from the brink of oblivion. So long as there is light and life in the world, the legend of Vanadil's greatest hero will live on. There's little wonder these memories were the first to spring back to mind. I have all but memorized them, but no matter how many times I asked, you would always... Oh, please excuse me. For a moment when I looked at you, something in your eyes reminded me of Master and I. Don't worry yourself over it. I imagine our friend here often has that effect on people. I realize how ridiculous it seems. Anyone in their right mind would think it's some fanciful dream. But for me, this world is the dream, and now it's time to awaken. When I next open my eyes, I'll be home in Vanadil, once more at Master's side. This may be but a this may be just a dream, but it's one I shall never forget. Thank you for everything. It would seem I am not yet ready to return. Is this perhaps will of the goddess? Who knows? It is by her will that so it shall be. I vow to work hard every day to become a warrior worthy of your teachings. Then, when the time comes, we shall meet again, here in Eorzea, or perhaps in the waking world. Uh, there goes the greatest story I'll never get to write. An adventure from another world, traveling back in time to save her people. Who's going to believe such a Who's going to believe such a silly tale? I'll leave the flights of fancy to Petria, but for her sake, I hope she finds her way home, wherever that may be.